Hey guys, what's up? This is Derek with Rizzo Auto. Today we're going to be building an SR20 short block. Now, some of you may have seen me in some of my friends' videos, but for those who haven't, I specialize in Nissan and JDM cars. What we have uncovered on this SR20 that we've taken apart, so many different things, a chip piston, a cracked cylinder head, cracking, too much cylinder sidewall clearance, and a list of other things that we've uncovered. With that being said, let's start building the block. So we have all our main caps and bearings laid out. So what we're going to do is start assembling. So what we're doing right now is taking apart the rods to put the bearing in there. I'm only going to show one. It's a repeated step. But we take them out. I clean them. I like to clean them even though they're brand new. So stuff still gets there, it still shows up. And then we're going to go ahead and clean the bearing. Clean the back side of the bearing first. Let them sit. So the cleaner would evaporate. And then we're going to go ahead and put them in. As you should see, it's got a slot in there and a slot there. So we just line up the slots. And then I like to put some pressure, just hold it firmly and then slide it in. And the bearing, if you could see on both sides,
come up a little,
just a little bit over, just a tad bit. It's over the metal, and that's what's going to have to crush when you torque it down. Same thing, slot. That hole is for oiling and lubrication. So it has a little bit of residual oil that sits in the rod between the bearing and the journal. Same thing. You kind of feel both sides and you feel the thumb or the little ridge on top, and you know that you have it pretty good. So some rods have markings where they want you to match. On this one here, it has a number. The other side's clear. So we try to match the numbers together and then we put it back. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to replace the bolts back. I'm going to take it in the back in the vise and I'm going to torque them down to spec. I'm going to check the bolt stretch. And I'm also going to check the diameter with the bearing torqued down in the diameter here. And then I'm going to measure the journal, the crank journal. And then we're going to do some math to know what's my clearance. If my clearance is acceptable to what I want based on how I'm putting this engine together, then I'll be good. If not, then I'll have to do some working to the rod or the bearing itself to get the clearance that I need. Let's say it's too tight or whatever the case may be. I may need to go to extra clearance bearings, or I may need to get an oversized bearing. All right, so we've gotten our rods taken care of with our clearances. So now what we're going to do is lubing on the pistons and the pins. And then we're going to get ready to install all three components together. So piston pins are normally a pain to get in, but with some lube, I was able to get it in one shot. Piece of plastic gauge in there, and we're going to torque this thing down, and then we're going to remove it to check our clearances between the bearing and the journal. and we're gonna check to see what we got, and that looks like exact on 2000. So that's our clearance for our oil. Tap it.
Oh. You don't need to tap it.
Did it stop?
I feel like. Let me try one more time.
Slightly.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're trying to put the rings in, and I had to tap it a little bit too heavily. I've been using this thing for quite a long time, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this for the next one. But here's our issue. By tapping it, somehow the oil ring rolled and it stretched itself on the side of the cylinder. Thank God it didn't damage the cylinder wall or scored it.
As you could
But
see there.
this is how it's supposed to be, nice and round. And
That's
here
what we have.
it's not round. So if you lay them on top, it literally pushed itself out. So we got to figure this out before we put them all back together.
All right, guys. We have waited a few days for our piston rings to come in, but they're finally here. We got a few sets just in case we need extras. While we were waiting, Derek went ahead and he cleaned the cylinder wall, prepped everything, and have it ready. So now that our rings are here, we should be able to move forward smoothly, and hopefully all goes as planned. However, we did not have time to pull cylinder 1 and double check it. So we're gonna go ahead and pull cylinder wall back out, double check everything, make sure we're good. This way when we install it into the vehicle, we don't have any issues. So just to be safe, that's the plan right now, right there?
Yep, that's the plan.
All right, so we're testing.
Yeah, we're test fitting, making sure my end gap is right. So 1 second, let me put this.
And we have our trusty little
gauge. And that's what you're looking for. You need it to fit in there. So it's right. So now we're going to install it onto the piston. It's all ringed up. That's the way it should go.
Perfect. Awesome job, Derek. As usual. We got our plastic gauges in. Alright, so right now what we're doing is we went ahead and Derek put some plastic gauges in there, and we're going to torque them down to spec and to check our clearances, right?
Yep.
Alright, let's do it.
Cool.
Studs? Nuts?
Rod caps.
Rod caps. That's the word I'm looking for. We're going to take the rod caps off and check those gauges. 2000s?
Uh-huh.
All right. And 2000s. Perfect.
So.
In here we are ready to put cylinder 2 and 3 together for final stage, right?
Yeah.
We're not coming back out after this, so basically we're just cleaning up, making sure it's good after the plastic gauge. Here as well, which Derek already cleaned. We went ahead and put in cylinder 2 in. Not tightened it yet, but the cap is on. And cylinder 3 is prepped and ready to go. Final lubing going on. And then gonna torque them down. And that would be final step for putting those 2 cylinder in. And then we'll rotate and do cylinder 1 and 4. Right, Derek? I got it correct?
That's the plan, and yes.
Yeah, I could be drilling this engine.
So I should go home then.
Yeah,
I'm leaving.
or
That's
you
it.
go take a nap or something and
Yeah.
come back because it is pretty dark outside. Is it past your bedtime?
It is past my bedtime.
I mean, if I wanted to, seriously, I could do this by myself with some guidance, right? What do you think?
Actually, guidance. Why would you need guidance?
Well, I mean,
Your hands on like hundreds of these things already, so.
I don't know how people feel about me building their engine versus
what.
you.
Tell you what, the next one, I'm gonna be behind the camera, and you are going to be assembling.
Sure, we'll see about that. I could if I really want to, though. I mean, I disassembled them, so it must be just as simple to go back in, right?
Sure.
It's a little bit more technical than disassemble, but you get what I'm trying to say, Derek.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. I could do that part for sure.
Yeah. The other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna check the stretch on all of them.
Quick little rotate and we move on to the next cylinder. Sounds good. So we went ahead and we took piston 1 out. We have 2 and 3 that's permanently there. 4 is yet to go. Derek have
Some goody stuff right here.
piston 1 in his hand.
Piston 1 in my hand. Look at that. It's a good thing we took it out.
Oh my gosh. What the hell?
It's on your finger, the shard.
What? I can't even see it. Oh, there it is. Can you guys see it? Let me know if you see it. Oh, there, you could see it there. Seriously? Oh, what's here?
So we're gonna take this part, clean it, and we're gonna change the rings out. We got another set right there sitting.
Oh my gosh.
So, oh look. And this is just from...
I shouldn't even have this on here. From just putting it in.
Just putting it in.
Holy.
So, cylinder wall's clean. This... Oh. Wow.
Oh my gosh. I hope we don't have damages. The last thing we need right now is...
Yeah, more setbacks. But...
Alright, and we keep finding more and more pieces. Like, okay, this is gonna have to go in the garbage here, so I'm gonna put everything there.
Yeah.
Kept finding more and more.
Well, it looks good. There's no grooves at all on this piston, but it seems like it's coming from the rings. As of to why, I don't know. So we're definitely gonna change these out, throw it away, and get another set.
We're just gonna give a quick rinse, and well, not quick, a thorough rinse, and make sure there's nothing in there, which Derek kind of already did. I was late to it, so.
Yep, gotta move along.
I know, I'm sorry. I don't like the way that's looking, Derek.
Just checking to see if I'm missing the grooves.
I know, but I don't understand why this. Okay, there we go. That's more like it. Dang. I thought we were going to have another, like, whatever happened before.
Whew. I had to walk away from it.
Damn, seriously. Well, there you have it. All 4 pistons are in. A little bit more stress-free this time, Derek.
Oh yeah, a lot more stress-free.
I mean, that number 1 was kind of nerve-wracking there for a second, but I'm glad that, you know, it kind of worked out. All right, well, let's go ahead and finish getting those caps on and torque them down. And that's it for the block.
Yep.
That is it for the block. So we should be good. Next stop is the head.
All right, guys, this concludes the short block assembly, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you. On the next video, we'll be mating the cylinder head to the block, and all of these parts will be put back onto the engine to make a complete assembly and be installed.